If you are constantly picking your body apart, like whenever you pass by the mirror, you're like, I wish I didn't have those love handles. I don't have a bikini body. How can I get rid of this cellulite? My belly is too much out. If you are constantly receiving these kind of thoughts, then this video is for you. Before we get into the mindset work, I am Paulina, otherwise called your positive coach for a reason. I dealt with body shaming for more than a decade because I worked as a model in the fashion industry, and that's why I truly know how bad it feels to hate your own body and talk to yourself negatively, and how hard it is. And that's why I have become a really passionate coach. I want to help women to change their relationship with their body, their self-worth, food, confidence, and their life. Okay, so let's talk, where does this negative self-talk comes from? This body shame and the self-judgment. So I think there are two triggers that cause you to feel bad about your own body: external triggers and internal triggers. So external triggers are basically all the things that affect you from the outside, like social media, real life, people around you, magazines, TV, your colleagues, your friends. Literally everything that triggers you to feel bad about yourself comes from the outside. You start comparing yourself to people on Instagram, etc. Internal triggers are everything that happens in your head, everything that happens in your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs. So if you have often the thoughts like, I look so fat in this, my stomach is disgusting, I need to lose weight before I can wear a bikini for the summer, all those thoughts that CD playing are internal triggers, and sometimes you might be even not aware of them. If you think that you will feel better once you lose weight, you are stuck in a mindset that doesn't serve you. Remember, if you are comparing yourself to every celebrity and all those jacked Instagram models, you will only feel more insecure and unhappy. If you don't adapt your mindset to the one that will serve you and not keep you stuck, you will feel miserable even after you see progress. Look, I am also a real example of someone who has shifted their mindset, and I know what is possible. Once you adapt a thought pattern that actually serves you, you are more confident, you are radiating good energy, you feel like you are capable of anything. You have positive attitude and you do handle stress better. You need to know what's waiting for you on the other side. Once you adapt a mindset and the positive thought pattern that actually serve you, you are feeling so capable of anything and confident, and you are radiating good energy, and you do have positive attitude, and you just handle stress better. I would like you to imagine if you were talking to yourself like you talk to your best friend. Imagine you're talking to your best friend and you're like, oh my god, girl, you should lose some weight. You look so fat in this. We are not doing a girlfriend's trip because you don't have a bikini body. Look at those dark eye circles. You look disgusting. What happened with your hair? It's so dry and ugly. You are so ugly, you will forever stay alone. Imagine if you speak like this to your best friend. Why do you speak to your precious body like that? This body will be with you forever until the day you die. So you might as well develop a really good relationship with this body, because this body shows up for you every day. Every day this body is waking up and carrying you through the day and through whatever is happening in that day. So you might as well learn to talk to your body in a positive way, in a kind way, in a very compassionate way, like you speak to your best friend. I don't want to believe that you speak to your best friend and you deliver criticism in the most mean and harsh way. Your body is your friend, or your body is your baby. Try to feel like a parent to your body. If you wouldn't speak in a mean way and in a harsh way to your baby, to your kid, then don't talk in the same way to your body, because your body deserves respect. Look, I know it feels so freaking hard to let go of all the negative thoughts, and it feels really horrible to feel like not at home in your own body and have zero confidence and feel super insecure. Why do I know that? Look at this picture. I have done modeling for a decade. In some phases of my career, I was even skinnier than this. In some, I was a little bit bigger, but basically most of my adult life, I felt insecure. Not only I shamed my own body all the time, but I also had thousands of people do the same and shame my body, and I thought that my self-worth depended only on my looks. Basically, my career depended on my looks, and it's been really hard. Getting a little emotional about this. I just feel really sad that we as women are put into these crazy, toxic beauty standards, like our skin has to look perfect, we have to shrink ourselves to be accepted. You know what's funny? When I coach women in person, I am confident, I share my stories and my wisdom and my methods, but suddenly when I want to share my story online, I just feel so vulnerable. So whatever, we're gonna go for it, we're gonna cry. But if it helps at least one person to build better relationship with their body, that's what I am here for. So let's go. Anyways, I healed my relationship with my body, and I got over this idea that to feel good enough and to feel confident, I had to only stay skinny. I finally overcame those fears of feeling big, and I've actually grown some muscle. Yay! I want you to know that you are not alone in this journey. I have felt exactly the same, really bad in my own body and really insecure for like most of my adult life. And my clients have the same body image issues. One of my clients, Irina, said, "I'm so embarrassed. I didn't realize I didn't feel good in my body for 14 years because of my mindset." She came to me because she wanted someone to hold her accountable, someone to give her another diet, another training plan, and accountability. But when I started coaching her, I said, look, we're not gonna work on nutrition and training or anything like that. We're going to work on your mindset, because that is the thing that has been stopping you and not allowing you to feel confident in your own skin. If you don't feel good in your own body now, you will not feel good about it even when you achieve all those great fitness results and lean down and get toned. Because feeling good in your body first starts here. Okay, now we're gonna get our hands dirty and go through the exercises and 3 steps that you can implement to feel better about your body. So, you're gonna grab a pen and a piece of paper and start writing down what you are going to journal about and do and implement later. Or you can also download free journaling template that I have made in the description below. Okay, let's get into the steps. So step number 1 that you are going to do is you're going to write down all your negative thoughts and change them into positive ones. So you're gonna do a big brain dump of all the negative thoughts that come to your head now, today, that have come in the past. Bam! Do a big brain dump. Okay, so for example, one of my thoughts that I had in the past was, I'm not skinny enough. How I changed it, I wrote, my worth isn't measured by my size. So imagine, like most of my adult life, just because I worked in the fashion industry, I was taught that my worth is my looks. I was taught that I measure my worth by the scale, by the measurements, by fashion and wearing clothes, basically everything about appearance. Like once when I was 16, I remember I was in Japan working there, and every week you would come to the agency office and someone would come and take measurements of your body. They would put you on a scale and they would see if you weigh more or less or the same. So back then I had no knowledge about health and fitness and weight, how women's weight fluctuates. So I come in, they put me on a scale, and I weigh more than I did last week. So they cut my pocket money. Basically, pocket money as a model when you travel on a contract to different country, they give you pocket money weekly to buy food and to sustain yourself during that week. So they did cut my pocket money because I was weighing more. But back then, I was 16, I had no idea that simply women's weight fluctuates like so many times a day and so many times a month because of our menstrual cycle. Our weight can fluctuate because we are going through different hormone phases during the month, because we ate a lot of salt during the past days, water retention. Like, it doesn't mean that you gain fat and then your weight in. And since then my worth was attached to my appearance. I have seen so many girls who were 14 and they were anorexic. I was so lucky that I personally didn't get sick, even though I stayed undernourished. Alright, so let that sink in for a little bit, that your worth is not tied to your size. Your worth is not your appearance. My worth now for me is my energy, the way I show up to the people I love, the way I show up to myself, the way I appreciate and treat my body. My worth is my values and my beliefs and just channeling this good energy and being me. That is my worth. It's not how I look anymore. It's not how much I weigh anymore. It's not about the measurements, about appearance. My worth is who I truly am inside. It's not anything that comes from the outside, if that makes sense. Here's another example from my diary. I used to say the negative thought, I will feel better once I lose fat, and I changed it to a positive one. I choose to take care of myself and feel better now. No fat loss required. We can choose to feel happy now and still have a fitness goal of losing weight or getting stronger, any other goal that you have, but it's not right to be obsessed about losing fat that we forget to be happy in our body in the present moment. And one more example, I look so fat in this. My body is allowed to take up space. I don't need to shrink to be beautiful. I hope you use these examples as inspiration of how you can go from negative thoughts to positive ones. Before we get into step 2, I know you think this is so silly. What is the point of doing this? I'll do this exercise once and then I'll forget about it and nothing will move forward. These are really powerful exercises if you do them every day. If you actually stick to it. Imagine for 10 years or 20 years you felt bad in your body, in your own skin, and you wanted to get fixed in 5 minutes. That's not going to happen. It is going to happen if you are willing to work on changing your thought pattern, if you are willing to get dirty, because it's not fun to face your own shadows. It's not fun to face your own negative and sad and self-judgmental and shaming thoughts. What do you really feel what thoughts and beliefs don't serve you so that you can refuse them and unlearn them and actually adapt new thoughts and new mindset and positive attitude that will serve you. So you will need to be willing to change if you want these exercises to work and if you truly want to feel good in your own body. Step 2 is set up a reminder to give yourself a compliment every day. Whenever a reminder pops up, you pause, you stay present in the moment, you think of something positive to say about your body. These compliments are not about your character or personality traits or anything else like that. It's specifically about your body. What do you love about your body that day? What do you appreciate about your body? That how you are grateful about your body that day? What did it carry you through? Now we are moving to step 3, which is one of my favorites, celebrating small wins every day. Sometimes we just get into this fast-paced life and we truly forget celebrating small wins. Again, you're gonna set a reminder on your phone or anywhere else where you set reminders for yourself, and you're gonna celebrate a small win, how your body helped you that day, what are you grateful for. Maybe a small win of today can be that you did the exercise, you actually analyzed your negative thought pattern, you went to the positive ones, you set up a reminder. Maybe a win will be actually staying consistent, moving forward towards developing a positive attitude to your body. Maybe you drank more water than usual that day. Maybe now you're having 5 cups of coffee and now you downgraded to 3 cups and you are in charge of your caffeine. It can be literally anything. Maybe you're living very sedentary lifestyle and wow, today you went out and you got some sunshine for 5 minutes. Remember, this might not be easy. For me, it took a good year after living most of my adult life in the environment of unrealistic beauty standards and always being rejected because of my looks. It took me a good year to actually build confidence and change my mindset. So don't get discouraged. Things on the other side are really exciting. You will feel amazing once you adapt the mindset that actually serves you. Just remember, you do deserve to feel good in your own skin. And here's a little summary. Your first exercise is going from negative to positive thoughts. The second exercise is to set up a reminder to say a compliment to yourself. And the third exercise is to celebrate small wins. If you download the journaling template, you will get a reminder to do these all exercises. I hope that was helpful.